All right, so once again, thank you guys for tuning in. So today we're going to talk about adaptogens. Basically, what is an adaptogen? So there are many definitions for adaptogens. Adaptogens have not actually been studied until 1947, but there are three criteria that an adaptogen must meet in order to be considered an adaptogen. So the first one would be that adaptogens are non-toxic to the recipient. So if you're taking whatever, a substance it may be, if you take too much of that substance or a prescription medication, there are adverse side effects. So adaptogens must have minimal side effects, even taken in large quantities. So reishi mushroom, cordyceps, holy basil, also known as tulsi tea, ginseng. So if it's toxic to the body or to the recipient in large doses, it is not an adaptogen and cannot be considered an adaptogen. Um, so the next one is that adaptogens produce a non-specific response to the body. So what that means is that an adaptogen will stimulate the response in the body by sensing the deficiencies in the recipient's body. So non-specific also means that it doesn't have one effect. When you take it, it's not a specific effect that it will have on the body. Um, and I have an example of that in the next, the next criteria that must be met. So the next criteria is that it has a normalizing influence on the body. So that means it's bidirectional. So once again, it doesn't have a specific response. It's not unidirectional, that it is taken for one specific reason. So it doesn't have this overarching response in the body. In fact, it has a bidirectional response to the physiological function. This is why adaptogens, by some people, have been considered intelligent, because when the recipient takes them, the adaptogen itself senses the deficiencies within the body and can correct those and bring the body back to homeostasis. It is the balance between yin and yang. And so that is why adaptogens are very much needed, especially today. The example I have here is ginseng. So ginseng contains active ingredients known as ginsenosides. And so we have RG1 stimulates the nervous system, while RB1 actually calms the nervous system. So when you take ginseng, one of those two are going to affect you. You're either going to stimulate your nervous system or it's going to calm your nervous system. And that just depends on what your body needs. So the way that an adaptogen will work is you would take the adaptogen and it would sense the deficiency within the body. If your immune system is elevated, too high, it'll decrease it. If your nervous system is stimulated, it'll calm it. And so that is why adaptogens are so important. That is why they're considered intelligent plants. And for thousands of years, whether in Ayurveda or in Chinese medicine, even in European medicine, adaptogens are considered the superior herbs or the tonic herbs. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on here. I do herbal consultations. Once again, I'll be sending more videos out there. If you guys have any recommendations, I'll be doing a video on the 3 treasures of Chinese tonic herbalism. I'll be doing a video on whole plants versus phytochemicals, and that would be isolating one chemical, like taking vitamin K or vitamin A, as opposed to taking it in its natural source of an apple, so to speak. So just want to thank you guys. Hopefully this information was helpful. Once again, just know that if an adaptogen is toxic to the recipient and cannot be taken at large quantities, it is not considered an adaptogen. Also, that it must produce a non-specific response. So it has to be bidirectional. Okay? And third, that it must have a normalizing influence on the body. It must be able to adapt the body to environmental stress, physical stress, whatever kind of stress. Okay, it must bring the body back to homeostasis. Once again, thank you guys so much. Hopefully this video was helpful. Appreciate all of you for checking it out. Thank you.